All right, family, welcome back to day 9. So as we start off today's session, Coachmas 2024, I want to ask a few questions. Who is in your circle? Are they helping you or are they actually holding you back? Who's in your corner? Who is in your corner? And are they pushing you towards your goal? Are they pushing you and challenging you to grow? Are they actually enabling you to keep playing it small? What if the right connection could change everything for you? And lastly, are you surrounding yourself with winners, or are you the only one on the team playing to win? Well, let's kick off day 9. And today we're going to be talking about something that can either skyrocket your success or sabotage it completely. And that's your relationships, right? Super important. Let me ask you once again, who's in your corner and are they helping you win or holding you back? If you're ready to start building an incredible winning team, go ahead and pop some fire emojis in the comment section. Pop "I am ready" in the comment section. Let me know that you're ready. Because here's the deal. Success is a team sport. You cannot do it alone. You shouldn't have to do it alone. And it's the relationships that you build, the relationships that you cultivate that really, really determine how far you are going to go. And when I talk about the relationships you build, I'm talking about the ones that you should keep. And I'm also talking about the ones you and I both know you need to let go. You know it. I know it. You need to let them go. So let's dig in. Today, I'm going to show you how to really surround yourself with the right people, how to nurture some powerful connection, open some great doors for some fantastic opportunities that you never thought were possible. Are you ready? Then let's dig in. Let's dive in. Your network is your net worth. There's a book called Not Who or Not How, but Who. And that is going to be the telltale indicator in this new chapter in your life that you're building. It's going to help you accelerate or help keep you in the space that you are already in. It is the people we surround ourselves with that actually help influence our mindset, our belief systems, our habits, and our results. Here's where most of us struggle the most. We stay connected to people who train us. We stay connected for whatever reason, whether obligation, whatever belief system we have that makes us feel like we have to be connected to that person. If we identify the toxic relationships we have in our lives and start setting some very strong boundaries to protect our energy, guess what's going to happen? The results we've been creating going to skyrocket and elevate. Here's how the old folk used to say it. I'm from the country, so I use phrases like old folk. Here's how the old folk used to say it. Birds of a feather tend to flock together. You're going to have to understand, you're going to have to recognize and make a decision. How on earth am I going to do great things in 2025 if I'm an eagle and all I hang out with is turkeys and chickens? How am I going to soar to the heights that I'm supposed to soar to simply because I'm identifying myself with communities and people and relationships that are just not in the next chapter of my life? Here is what I know. Chapter 2 people should be left in chapter 2. They are not who we need to help us continue to go. Not everybody we met in chapter 2 is going to help us write the bigger, better chapters of our lives. And we've got to identify who those people are. If the relationships are draining me, then I've got to be honest with myself and that person. And I've got to set some strong boundaries to protect my energy. We talked in a few videos ago about the importance of energy. And we gave some strategies on how to do just this, how to begin to set those boundaries in those toxic situations. Listen, here's the second challenge. We don't actively build new, meaningful connections. We are upset at the level of people that we have in our lives, but we don't take action to build new connections. We don't want to get out there. We don't want to put ourselves out there, whether it's because of past hurts, whether it's because of the lingering bitterness of the current toxic situation, whatever it is. Maybe it's grief. Maybe my heart's been broken too much, Tony. You don't understand the energy it takes to make those connections. You don't understand the energy it takes to build solid new relationships. You don't get it. I do get it. But here's what I know. We have to be intentional about connecting with people who do two things: people that inspire us and people that challenge us. We have to be intentional about the mentors that we have in our lives. We have to be, when I say people, when I say connections, I'm not just talking about people that we consider our friends. It's not always a friendship that I need to be in and be a part of in certain situations and seasons in my life. I may need a strong mentorship because some of my friends are more like fans. Ooh, what does that mean? Let's break that down. A fan always wants to be around. A fan always wants a view, but a fan will never commit to holding me accountable and helping me get better. They want a front row seat. Who's a fan? Let me tell you who's a fan. The person, go to your stories on your Instagram, your Facebook. The person that is always watching you and never celebrating you, fan. The person that enables the behaviors and the actions that they know are holding you back, that they know are not allowing you to grow and become your best version of you, because they don't want to lose their connection and their view of you. They don't commit to holding you accountable. A fan. Now you need to go back and look at and take an assessment of how many fans you got versus friends. But what I'm saying is, it's not always the friendship that pushes you forward. It could be a mentorship. Maybe the new connection you need to make is a mentor, someone who's going to inspire and celebrate you, but at the same time feels responsible for challenging you. They're going to tell you when a situation doesn't fit. They're going to help you navigate that moment. They're going to talk to you. Recently, one of my mentorships really helped me take another level of action. I was going through a challenge. I was being open and honest with that person about that challenge, and they provided that space for me. They gave me a shoulder. They created a safe space for me to be me. But in the midst of that conversation, here came a gentle point of accountability for me to start taking a much bolder level of action. The situation had lingered way too long, and maybe, just maybe, I had got a little more comfortable than I needed to when there was a little more potential that I could have been pulling on. And because they had that conversation with me, I am 10 times better because of it. So what new connection? What new ship do you need to construct as you go into 2025 that's going to really help you push forward? Here's the last challenge. We undervalue the current relationships. What does that mean? That there are relationships we simply take for granted. We invest time and energy in nurturing relationships that don't matter when we should be taking that time and that energy nurturing the relationships that really matter the most. Who are my confidants? Who are the few people that mean the most to me, that celebrate me, that challenge me, that fire me up, that keep me grounded, that simply, lovingly tell me the truth in every single season? Sometimes we have people that are around us that the only reason they are connected is because the season we are currently in helps them feel some type of way, helps them get some level of validation. And their fear of losing us is simply all around the selfish reasons that they are connected to us. Every relationship should be mutually beneficial to some degree. Every mentor that we have has a purpose for mentorship, has a desire for mentorship. So that relationship is actually reciprocal because they're at another level than us. They are pouring into us and pulling. Maybe they are growing us into their peer. Maybe they are growing us into the person that could be their friend. Maybe when we first connect with this person, we don't have the capacity to be the type of person to them or for the type of relationship that we really desire. And those are the relationships that we really have to foster. It could just be through an intentional cadence of texting, checking in. Doesn't always have to be a phone call, a Zoom call. It just has to be a very intentional touch point that nurtures that relationship. Here is what I've learned. Some critical relationships are not missed until they are no longer available. And that is when the impact of that relationship sometimes comes into a greater level of awareness for us. When we miss it, when we can't have it, is when we absolutely need it and desire it the most. So when we undervalue the current relationships that we have, when we put more into draining relationships than we should be, and we don't really have the energy for the relationships that matter the most. So today, we're going to shift and start creating strategies for how to build a network that supports us and supports our success, and actually, instead of hindering our growth, accelerates our growth. Here is what I like to call a connection audit action plan. Let's shift into our practical exercise for today. I want you to write down 3 types of people you need in your life right now in order to achieve your goals. Is it a mentor? Is it a simple supportive peer? Is it a connection in my industry with someone who is simply doing it on the level that I want to be doing it on? Maybe I should purchase a coaching plan for them. Maybe I should connect and say, hey, how can I learn from you? But what I want you to do right now, write down 3 types of people you need in your life to achieve the goals that we have been building in this series. We've talked about the what, we've deconstructed the how and reconstructed the how. Maybe at this point right now, what we are going to shift and start doing is talk and have a conversation about the who. Now, I want you to identify one action that you can take this week to actually make that connection to each type of person. Now, I want to pause here and go in reverse. Out of the list of people that you write down, maybe you're an entrepreneur, maybe you have a product or service, maybe you have something on the inside of you that needs to connect to other people. On the list of the 3 types of people you need to connect with, your audience, the people that need your solution, those need to be on the list. Do not keep them off of the list. Whoever you have the remedy locked up on the inside of you for, You need to make sure that they're on your list. You need to make sure you identify one action that you can take to connect with each type of person this week. Send them a LinkedIn message. Send them a message to join a networking event. Or maybe you need to reach out to one of those relationships that you undervalued or have been undervaluing throughout this year. Maybe getting on a more intentional cadence of connection with them is what you need to do. Make that one of the actions you take this week. Now, I want you to write down one relationship you want to nurture and list 3 ways to add value to that person. I'm going to slow down and say that one more time. Write down one relationship that you want to nurture and list 3 ways you want to add value to that person. These connections are not always about how they can add value to us. Sometimes what creates a seat at the table for you is you being super intentional and clear on how you add value to the table. Do you add value to the table? Can you contribute anything at all to the one relationship you know needs a new breath of fresh air breathed over it? That's what I want you to focus on. Send a thank you note. Send a helpful resource. Introduce that person to a new connection. Maybe you've been spending time with that person. They've been sharing their visions and their dreams. Maybe you don't have the capacity to help them, but you know someone who does. If you do, make the connection. Hey, Tony, I can't help you, but I have a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy that I'm going to connect you to today. Understand that is adding value. Now, who in your life challenges you to level up? And who and how can you start to spend more time with that person? Who can help you level up, and how can you spend more time with that person? Finally, what is one relationship you've been neglecting that you need to reignite this week? Maybe it's a simple conversation of saying, I'm sorry. Let me reverse that. Maybe it's not so simple to go to that person and apologize. Maybe it's going to take a level of courage to forgive and repair the relationship. But I'm talking to you right now, and you know deep down inside, you know deep down inside that one relationship, you could support that person and that poor person could support you, and you both could help push each other to higher heights. Who is that person? Strategize on how you're going to reconnect with that person. That is a conversation that you need to have. That is an exercise. That's a level of action worth taking. Now, let's push forward. And then here's, I'm going to ask you this. If you need a level, if you need, hey, some level of accountability, listen, just put their initials in the comment section. Don't put nobody on Front Street. Don't blast nobody. Just put their initials in the comment section. I'm going to celebrate you for doing that, because that's telling me that you're being intentional throughout this process. Okay? I want to cheer you on. Again, it's me, Coach Tony Barnes. I'm in your corner. And sometimes rebuilding relationships, sometimes that's best done with someone in your corner. So let's look at day 9's homework. I want you to complete your connection audit. Keep writing down the types of people you need to connect with and the one action to connect with each of them. Again, highlight how you can add value to that person. Choose one relationship to nurture this week and take one action to add value to that person. Here's your bonus, your bold action bonus. I want you to share your connection plan, maybe on your social media page, Instagram, Facebook, wherever it is. Share it, tag me. I am Tony Barnes, Facebook and Instagram. I want to cheer you on. I want to be in your corner to help you do this. I want us to build this community of success together. Now, listen, before we wrap up today, before I shift gears and close out today's session, I want to give you a very intentional invitation, and I want to talk about something that I feel is super exciting as I shift and push into 2025. I want to talk to you about the Conquer Your Mind Bullies Challenge. Now, this is a 5-day challenge built around my book, Do the Work, and it's designed to help you do a couple of key things. That's create breakthroughs in the mental blocks that you may be having that's holding you back. It is to help you build some unstoppable momentum. It is absolutely there to help you step into a greater level of power so that you can take action, like you never have before. Now, this is what's going to happen during that 5-day challenge. There's going to be a daily live coaching session to help you conquer self-doubt and negative thinking. There are going to be proven strategies that help you align your mindset with the actions you need for success. There's also going to be a growing, supportive community of people who are going to be on the same exact journey that you are on. Listen, this challenge is not simply about inspiration, but I've designed it so that you can get some incredible results. Now, the link to this is going to be posted below so that you can click on it and go ahead and take action on it. If you are ready to rewrite your story in 2025, if you are ready to take your life to an absolutely new level, then this is your opportunity. This is your moment to go deeper with me during this 5-day challenge. It's going to be happening every single month in the year of 2025. So I want you to go ahead and click the link below for the 5-day challenge and enroll. Listen, spaces are limited. This is not this is not something that you want to miss. So go ahead and get connected. I don't want you to wait. So this is what I know. Here is what I know the truth is. That you cannot do it alone. And you shouldn't have to. The right relationships will amplify your energy, your mindset, your results. When we start surrounding ourselves with the people who elevate us to help us play our game at a higher level, that's when we will watch transformations in our life begin to happen faster and faster, closer and closer together, bringing along points of success, mile markers of success for us to look back and say, listen, without that person, man, I would still be sitting stuck in my situation. Now, if you're ready to go deeper, if you're ready to say, listen, this has been great, I want a little bit more, then I'm going to invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, In Your Corner, right? With me, Tony Barnes. How do you find it? Go to YouTube and search. I am Tony Barnes. It's going to pop up. When you do, subscribe to it. That's where all of these mindset strategies, different coaching strategies are going to be for you to push through this fight of life. Again, you don't have to do it alone. You shouldn't have to. I'm going to be your corner coach throughout this year and moving forward to help you get the massive results that you've been waiting on. Again, go ahead. If you want to free yourself from self-doubt and start building the life you know you deserve, and listen, this is what I want you to do. Grab my book, grab it, do the work, conquer your mind bullies and transform your life. I want you to be able to free yourself from the negative thoughts that have been going on in your life, the self-doubt. And I like to define self-doubt like this. Self-doubt is simply fear using your voice to talk you out of what you know you should be doing. Self-doubt is simply fear using your voice to talk you out of the things that you know you should be doing, the actions that you should be taking. That's what self-doubt is. If you really want to silence that in this year, go ahead, click the challenge, click the link below. Make sure you grab my book. Make sure you go ahead and grab your spot in the Conquer Your Mind Bullies Challenge. That's going to help you get the best roadmap to move forward at a higher level. Now, tomorrow we're going to be dropping our next session. It's going to be focused on the resilience blueprint. Now, everything that we have been talking about in the past couple of videos, Coachmas has been about finishing strong and starting even stronger, having the most incredible blueprint that we need for an extravagant year. Now, why are we going to talk about a resilience blueprint? Why are we going to talk about bouncing back stronger? Because simply because we have a plan doesn't mean that everything is going to go well. Simply because we are going to start learning how to engage failure differently doesn't mean that failure is not going to be a part of the equation. I love a quote from Mike Tyson that says, everybody has a plan until somebody gets punched in the face. 2025 is going to hit you, and you are going to encounter things simply because you are taking a higher level of action. And what we're going to talk about tomorrow in the very next session is how to navigate the punches, how to navigate the hits, how to navigate the hurts of a new opportunity while maintaining momentum. That's going to be tomorrow's session. You don't want to miss it. So once again, subscribe to my YouTube channel, In Your Corner with Tony Barnes. Find it by searching I Am Tony Barnes with the @ at the beginning. Connect with me on Instagram and Facebook. I Am Tony Barnes. Grab your copy of Do the Work. Grab that today. Join the challenge, right? Get the book. If you got the book, thank you. But the challenge is really going to be the interactive point. That is going to be the point of contact for making sure you put into action the things that we have in the book. Lastly, tag someone that needs this, like this, share this, and make sure someone gets this experience and gets the impact that you got. Don't keep this for yourself. That is not the spirit of Coachmas. It ain't. It ain't the spirit of Coachmas. Put this in someone's digital stocking today so that they can be impacted the way that you were. So next time, my friends, I'll see you later.